In this video, I show you how you can find easy to rank keywords as a smaller creator. My name is Daniel, and if you're new here and want to create and grow online on YouTube and other social media, subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss any new content on the channel. As I explained in a video before, it's essential for you to find the right keywords to rank in YouTube. This is pretty important when you start on YouTube, but I also should continue doing it on the long run. Before we start, make sure you sign up for Morning Fame so you can follow every step I show you. You can use it for free for a month, and I'll put the link in the description below. I'll also leave timestamps in the pinned comment so you can rewatch every step I'll show you. So let's head over to the computer. Now we are on the main page of Morning Fame, and we have these 4 tabs here: Traction, Strategy, Workshop, and Velocity. The first tab is basically shows you if your channel is trending upwards, so you should focus on this metrics here: average view duration, likes, comments, etc. The second tab shows you which of these 4 elements you should focus: views, watch time, engagement, subscribers, which are the 4 key elements basically to grow your YouTube channel. In this case, we have to focus more on the views because they're below average. On the other hand, engagement is above average, and watch time is okay, and subscribers is still okay, but still could do better. Then we have the workshop tab, which is not enabled here because I don't have 5 videos uploaded yet, but I'll show this in another example. Workshop is very interesting because on the other channel I had not enough videos yet to show you this, but here you can see on what to focus as well, or on how strong your channel is doing actually. On the watch time basic, so watch time is pretty strong. And the last tab we have is velocity. It means how did your videos do since you published them, and you can here see your thumbnails, like in which size do they appear, like how do they appear in suggested on phone, or how do they like that. So you can also compare it with other thumbnails you can see here. And also we have publish at the right time. So when you publish more, then you will see here recommendations. Morning Fame will show you proven times, so when your videos were performing well, and times you should test. All right, so let's head into the keyword tool. The first thing you want to do is you can here enter a keyword which you have in mind, or a topic which you actually have in mind, and you can also enter a video link. So you've watched the video and said, wow, yeah, I want to do something like this, then you can enter it here. All right, as I like this example, how to tie a tie, and you see that this is a very highly competitive keyword. So as at first, if you type it in, okay, it's searched. That means the green check mark here. And then we have 2 types of keywords which we can choose. We can use usually the shorter keywords, which are for bigger channels. And then we have this so-called long tail keywords, the long keywords here, which smaller channels should use. So smaller channels in general, you should always start with longer keywords. So I wouldn't actually use this how to tie a tie, but I would try, for example, how to tie wins or not for beginners. As you can see here, this is not since we are a very small channel, it's actually quite tough to rank because we still have everything low. Our subscribers is low, views are low, and the likes and comments are also low. And usually what you will see here on the right side is a relevance. In most cases it's A, sometimes it's B, and I rarely saw it for it's a C, but the relevance, the topics, it's usually high, or it should be actually an A. So you should take care that it's always an A, or B at least. And this metric here shows you how the search volume is. And as you can see, 97 is pretty high. And here you can see other videos which are ranking for this term. So in this case, you can see the pretty old videos 6 years ago, 10 years ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. And the so-called gateway video, that's basically a slot you want to get. Put a link here in the top corner, the video where Nico from Morning Fame explained it very well what the gateway video actually is. So the thing here is E is okay, it's not good, but it's also not that bad. But F is what we don't want, because it will give you the warning that the competition is too high for this keyword. So the thing is, I was actually looking for this before, as you can see here. So I tried a lot of keywords here. And as being a smaller channel, you sometimes have to take the risk and try a keyword. It will not shown as ideal. But if you're a certain topic and you try to find topics around this, and you have to sometimes try it, in my opinion. That's also what I did on my other channel. I try something, I experiment something, because there's no schematics. So the how to tie a tie is a very competitive. So for example, we don't want this here, how to tie a tie fast. We don't want this because it's C. Then we have look at this term here, like we have how to tie a bow tie on someone else. That has a C, and the E, so let's have a look into it. So how to tie a bow tie on someone else. So we have actually a good score for relevance, for likes and comments. Views are not so good. They're slightly up on the channel we are trying to this gateway video we want to reach. So you can see here, the gateway video here in this case has 84 subscribers and 76 views only. So it's technically possible to try this keyword, but I still wouldn't consider it because of the 37. I still would try to find another keyword which ranks better. So let's go into history again. What I found out is the problem is that this keyword here, for example, is very competitive. As you can see here, we have a lot of FFEA, FFF, FEA. So you can see it's a very competitive keyword for tie. What I would try, for example, is a keyword like which has at least a C. These are pretty small here. So I wouldn't try. 1F is okay. It's not ideal, but it's still, when we start out, it's very tough to rank for. And there are some keywords which are not even looked at. So if you see the cross here, you shouldn't use this because it's nothing it's looked for. So what I would try would be a keyword which is not about how to tie a tie. I would try to package this in another topic. Like for example, we have here business meeting dress code. As you can see here, as I said in another video, if you talk about this business clothing, the formal dressing, most of them have a thumbnail with a formal dressing here. In this case, it's still got an F, right? But it's 69. So it's even almost double the score we had before. And I would take the risk and try this keyword. So when you go to step 4 now, you can optimize it. You usually don't want to only keep the target term title. You want to make it more appealing to people who search it. So business meeting dress code, how to dress formally in 2020, for example. What you will do now, usually what you can do is like put this here so you can see it jumped up to an B, but I would write something like in this video, I'll show you the business meeting dress code and explain how to dress formally in 2020. You actually had you have the title here, and then you have the keyword here, and you have put it in like readable sentence. The next thing is you want to look here. So we have a couple of tags here we chosen by, but I wouldn't consider those who have 0. So we want to remove those here, and you can see it's still 74%. And as we heard, the tags are not such important anymore on YouTube as before, so you should still focus mainly on title and description and use tags complementary. So you can go easily here. So we have business meeting dress code. This is basically the tag we have in the title, or the keyword we have in the title. Business meeting dress. Yeah, sure, why not? Business meeting dinner etiquette. This is also a thing you can talk about involve this area here. So you have already 90%. What you can also do is business meeting closes, for example. That also works. So 5%. Business meeting itself is also nice. You can use. So you see it already green. So business meeting. Okay, so we have business dress. How to dress for business. You can see we have at least 2 keywords here. How to dress for business, dress for business meeting, business dress for man, business dress for woman. All right, so I will actually not do any more here. The thing is, some terms are not related here. So you see business meeting dialogue are not in relation to the topic we want to choose. Another thing is I would try to put at least 1 to 2 tags here in the description. So we go on writing something which still has to be like natural for the reader. So it's like a blog. Like imagine you're writing a blog. If you want to do a business meeting, I would still highlight them so you can see here the tags we actually have here. You should know the proper dress code. So let's find out, for example, in this video how to dress up for business meeting. I wouldn't go more further because 92% is a really high score. You can experiment more with the tags and try if you find more tags. You don't have to use all the 500 characters. And as I told you before, it's more important to write here the proper description. And it's not the original topic you were looking for, you wanted to do, but you can still cluster around those topics. So you can still show the tie thing here, for example, but you can also talk about, as I told you before, when you do a channel on how to tie a tie, for example, you have to keep in the niche and you have to talk about topics like those. Okay, that's the idea here. Yeah, that's basically how the keyword research tool of Morning Fame works. And if you want to know more about content strategies on YouTube, check out the playlist right here. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, leave your thumbs up, share it with a creative friend, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time.